Have you ever been stuck staring at a blank canvas? You've got heaps of ideas in your head, but you're finding it hard to get it out there and you feel like you're being stuck? I know I've been there a few times where I'm just stuck on what to create, but now with the power of AI, you can actually get a creative assistant that can help you with that process. And I'm going to show you, it's called Dream Machine. I've been using it to create some amazing images, ideas, mood boards, and just get that art direction that you can't really find with a lot of other tools. And so I'm going to show you how to use that to visualize some concepts for a brand design project or even a website project that you might be working for, to create some cool looking design that's just going to streamline your whole design process. And the cool thing about Dream Machine, it does video and images, which is super cool. So let's jump into it, and I'm going to show you how you can create some cool designs. So I've got this logo Opal agency that I created the other day, and I want to use this. It could be a design agency, it could be a fashion agency, it could be anything really. And so here is your back end interface. You've got the sidebar on the left hand side, so you can look at all your boards. These are all called boards, so think of it as like an individual mood board, and you can prompt the AI inside of that mood board and it'll keep all your designs there. And you can click on the grid on the left hand side and you can see all the images you've generated as well. I'm going to go back to my board and we'll click plus, and you'll get your little bar down the bottom, and we can prompt the AI. So you can actually start off just by typing something. You can also press at and you can do character or style. So first up, I'm going to say a 3D opal orb with shimmering lights, translucent with clouds in the background. And I'm going to press enter. But before I do that, on the right hand side, you got a menu. You can change the aspect ratio if you want. It's currently set to 1080p, and we're using the photon model. You can also use references, keyframes, and you can also modify images to different aspect ratios. But we just want to use the describe feature. I'm going to press enter, and it's going to start generating those images. So on the top left, it will auto generate a name for your board. Right now, you can't change the name of that, but which is totally fine. But you see, it gives you the description of your prompt, and then the AI is basically your creative assistant, your assistant art director, if you will. And so it says, I've created 4 unique images of a 3D orb, each set against a cloud-filled sky, shimmering holographic colors to capture its ethereal beauty. Beautiful. Now we can look at this, and it's got this amazing orb with these clouds. It's really detailed. It looks 3D. You can see the details and the texture of the clouds. The lighting looks good. It's got reflection. I'm loving the colors as well. But this is beautiful. Now, what we can actually do from here is we can put our mouse over it and we can modify the aspect ratio. We can make it a video. We can add a reference to it, or we can do more like this. So for example, maybe I like this one. I click the more like this button, and it's going to generate 4 more variations. And I like how basically you can click and drag as well to go horizontal. And so you can slide through, and I just like that feature. It's nice. I can also generate some more. Maybe I like this one down here. I'm going to generate more on that. And you can generate multiple at once. So we've got 4 more ones that look a little bit different. Super cool. And we'll wait for that one. Boom. So you see there's a few little differences, which is cool. If you click on it, and up the top you can see you can use your arrow keys left and right to see all the images in this current board, in this section. So we've got a lot of ideas here. Now with your prompt, you can actually click on the creative pills to generate multiple different ideas. So you can see these pills around certain words that it's highlighting. So if I click on it, it will give me some different options, and it will generate images based off that. So instead of an orb, we can do a crystal, a jewel, a pearl globe, a jade ball. We can do some different things. Let's go with maybe a pearl globe. If I click on the clouds here, we can do ocean waves, forest canopy, mountain peaks. Let's go ocean waves. And then with the holographic colors, we can change the colors to different palettes. So we've got monochrome, sepia, pastel, neon, etc. Let's maybe do a neon palette. And it's going to go generate 3 different ideas with the 4 variations for each one. So we can see that it's really quick. You can see this one with the pearl globe. It's got like, that's awesome. It's got like the earth there and the clouds. That's pretty cool. Then you've got this one. And you can see the text changes, so it tells you, so you actually know exactly what the prompt was. This one has waves, that's awesome. And then you've got this one with a neon palette. So we can see it's more like bluey and purple. That's very cool. The wave comes alive. Looks like it's surfing a bit. That's so cool. So with the creative pills, you got that. Now, what if we wanted to do something totally different? You can click on this brainstorm feature. If I click on brainstorm, you're going to get a bar on the right-hand side with totally different ideas. So it takes different themes and it will take your original design and put it into a new idea or new theme, and it'll create a new prompt. So we can do neon ocean waves. You can see the prompt here, neon colors blending with oceanic hues inspired by vapor wave aesthetics. So we can do neon ocean vibes, pearl light play, or celestial sea. That's pretty cool. So for example, let's go down here, starry night sky reflected in a pearl globe, inspired by Van Gogh, the famous painter. Let's click that. And now in the bottom prompt section, we've got the new prompt, and I'm going to click enter. And a new prompt, it will basically scroll down. So if I scroll back up, I can go to my original prompt and I can scroll through all these ideas here, but it'll also generate below that. And I love this because it will keep it all within your one board. So if I put my mouse over the board icon, you can see all the boards here, and it will retain it all within that one board, which I think is super cool. Especially if you've got multiple projects at once, you can generate that. And if you want to see all the variations or all the images, you can put your mouse over this and you can quickly scroll through all the images like this. And you can also filter over this little drop down menu by just images and also just by videos as well, which is super cool. So now we have this new idea that we generated. This is really cool. Did like a Van Gogh painting inside the pearl, the orb, I think, which is cool. So we've got some stars. We've got more of a night lit scene, which is cool. And then this one has like the waves reflecting and the sort of the Milky Way in the inside of there, which I think is awesome. You can also go to the left-hand side and click show more, and it will generate, it's just a quick, instead of like getting variations, it will just show 4 more different ideas from the original prompt. So we can click show more multiple times and it'll start generating. So we've got some more ideas here. So you can literally generate like hundreds of ideas. If you're stuck and you're not sure what to do, the Dream Machine will help you get those ideas out of your head and just explore different images. Beautiful. Loving these designs. I really like this one here. Let's click on this one. Now, what I'm going to do now is we can actually turn this into a video. So I'm going to click on the button on the bottom that says make video, and you can actually create an end frame as well. But I'm going to describe the camera or the action in the scene. So if I type cam, you get this little pop-up menu. If you put your mouse over it, it will show you a demo of what it will do. So you can move left, you can pan right, up, down, you can pull out, push in. As you can see here, you can pan, you can orbit as well. You can crane, which is cool, or you can keep it static. Let's maybe go with a orbit right. And we can say orb floating above water. Press enter, see what it does. Boom, now if we click on the video, look at that. It's got the waves moving. Pay attention to how the art also has some movement in it as well, and it's rotating around. This one's more just a simple orbit, which is cool. So imagine like putting your 3D, like maybe a 3D design or a logo or something. It could work really, really well. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create a new board. I'm gonna click plus, and for this one, I'm gonna actually add a reference image. So found this image here, and I want to say, give me a techwear fashion futuristic 2050 with AR goggles, and let's go monochrome with a touch of orange. So other use cases, you can actually add reference images. Maybe you found a texture or an image, basically anything, and it can use that as a reference. So for this one, it's gone ahead and done a video already, which is super cool. And it's transforming. That's super funny with the goggles. That's cool. Now, what if we want to make some mockups? We can do that as well. So let's type in iPhone 16 mockup, sleek, minimal, studio backdrop. And we'll type cinematic lighting. And let's maybe change the aspect ratio. We'll go 4:3, and let's press enter. Cool. So we've got some mockups here with the phone. And we got this one. I'm going to change it up. So let's go industrial, avant-garde with a, let's go forest canopy or something like that, and see what it creates. You can also change this Android prototype, virtual assistant. Pretty cool. So simple iterations. I don't have to go into crazy detail, describe things. It literally understands what I'm telling it to do by just changing those creative pills. And with a simple prompt, you can get really cool things like this. Look at these ones. I think this looks good. It's got the Apple logo. You can click on this. Look at that. Beautiful shot. It's just the lighting looks great. Reflections. You can see this. You can see the reflections, that metal part piece there. Got the nice forest detail. And the lighting is just like perfect. That one's not as good. This one's kind of cool. Floating. Then you got some other ideas here, which I think is really cool. And then once again, we can just keep generating and we can always change things around. So if we want a, you know, complex baroque and maybe we want a holographic display, look at that, that's really cool. Now I can put like a, imagine you put like a character or something. Now, one cool feature is if I click on this, you can go down and click modify and we can describe some changes. So I can say, hey, change the background to an underground technologically advanced base and make colors more cool tones. And I'm going to press enter. So I'm describing, change the colors, change the background, and it should be able to generate a different image using that same idea of the holographic display. Cool. So you can see that it's changed the background and it's using more of blue tones as well. You got blue tone there in the background as well. And then I can click make video, and then what we can do, we can say hologram moving and loading elements or something. So here's the video done, and it's going right in there, and it's got a lot of moving parts. Really cool. So once you're happy with, you know, your designs, your creations, what you can actually do is you can download it. So you can click on it, whether it's a video, go to the top right, click download, and it'll download that video in 1080p. If you're on the free plan, it'll be 720p. And you can also download images as well. So here's a cool mockup that I generated. You can go top right, download. And the images are roughly around 2000 pixels. So you can see the image there. Lots of details and high quality there, as you can see. So that's how I use the Dream Machine. You can use it for so many different things: mockups, designs, generating ideas, brainstorming, mood boards, for any type of project, whether it's design or a video that you're doing. You can do so many things with it, and I think it's really great. I recommend trying it out. They do have a free plan, or you can upgrade to one of their basic plans. It's about $10 a month, or $7 if it's annual. So it's a really great tool, and I've had fun playing around with it. I recommend trying it out and see if it fits your workflow. It's definitely different from some of the other tools out there, but using it in your process and trying out, you'll get a lot of ideas instead of trying to do it all yourself and start off with a blank canvas. You're better off using this. So thanks so much for watching. I'll put a link in the description below for you to try it out, and leave a comment below if you do enjoy videos like this. If you want to see some more AI design videos just like this, I have one right here showing my process. Cheers.